Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experience wisely. The artist must create a spark before he can make a fire, and before art is born, the artist must be ready to be consumed by the fire of his own creation. Inside you there's an artist you don't know about. He's not interested in how things look different in moonlight. Sculpture is the art of the whole and the lump. I choose a block of marble and chop off whatever I don't need. I invent nothing. I rediscover. Art is contemplation. It is the pleasure of the mind which searches into nature and which there divines a spirit of which nature herself is animated. The artist is the confidant of nature. Flowers carry on dialogues with him through the graceful bending of their stems and the harmoniously tinted nuances of their blossoms. Every flower has a cordial word which nature directs towards him. To the artist there is never anything ugly in nature. There are unknown forces in nature. When we give ourselves wholly to her, without reserve, she lends them to us. She shows us these forms, which our watching eyes do not see, which our intelligence does not understand or suspect. Man's naked form belongs to no particular moment in history. It is eternal, and can be looked upon with joy by the people of all ages. The modes of expression of men of genius differ as much as their souls, and it is impossible to say that in some among them, drawing and color are better or worse than in others. Nobody does good to men with impunity. To any artist worthy of the name, all in nature is beautiful, because his eyes, fearlessly accepting all exterior truth, read there, as in an open book, all the inner truth. True artists are almost the only men who do their work for pleasure. Patience is also a form of action. The more simple we are, the more complete we become. Love your calling with passion. It is the meaning of your life. Where shall we begin? There is no beginning. Start where you arrive. Stop before what entices you, and work. You will enter little by little into the entirety. Method will be born in proportion to your interest. What is commonly called ugliness in nature can in art become full of beauty. The main thing is to be moved, to life, to hope, to tremble, to live. Be a man before being an artist. People say I think too much about women, yet, after all, what is there more important to think about? There is nothing ugly in art except that which is without character. That is to say, that which offers no outer or inner truth. It is the artist who is truthful, and it is photography which lies, for in reality time does not stop. The body always expresses the spirit whose envelope it is. And for him who can't see, the nude offers the richest meaning. In art, immorality cannot exist. Art is always sacred. He who is discouraged after a failure is not a real artist. The human body is first and foremost a mirror to the soul, and its greatest beauty comes from that. Art is the pleasure of a spirit that enters nature and discovers that it too has a soul. The sculptor represents the transition from one pose to another. He indicates how insensibly the first glides into the second. In his work we still see a part of what was, and we discover a part of what is to be. I am like a moon that shines on an immense, unknown sea where ships never pass. There should be no argument in regard to morality in art. Man enjoys living on the edge of his dreams and neglects the real things of the world which are so beautiful. The ignorant and indifferent destroy beautiful things merely by looking at the marble. Things that remake the soul of him who understands them. I choose a block of marble and chop off whatever I don't need. Where did I learn to understand sculpture? In the woods by looking at the trees, along roads by observing the formation of clouds, in the studio by studying the model, everywhere except in the schools. The only principle in art is to copy what you see. Dealers in aesthetics to the contrary. Every other method is fatal. If we now seek the spiritual significance of the technique of Michelangelo, we shall find that his sculpture expressed restless energy. Sculpture is the art of the whole and the lump.